Hello and welcome. Today we're exploring the fascinating world of intergenerational romantic relationships. Specifically, we'll examine the behavioral patterns and psychological motivations that drive connections between women in their 20s or 30s and men who are significantly older. These relationships have unique characteristics that set them apart from same-age partnerships. Let's explore what makes these connections tick. The psychology behind age gap attraction. Before diving into specific behaviors, it's important to understand what creates these attractions in the first place. For many younger women, the appeal isn't just about age, it's about what age often represents: stability, emotional security, life accomplishments, and a sense of groundedness that comes from lived experience. Key behavioral patterns. 1. Intellectual engagement and learning-focused interactions. When a younger woman finds herself drawn to an older man, one of the most noticeable patterns is her approach to conversation and learning. Deep questioning behavior. Rather than engaging in surface-level small talk, she often poses thoughtful, probing questions about his life journey. These aren't casual inquiries but genuine attempts to understand his experiences and decision-making processes. Career and life path curiosity. She may show particular interest in understanding how he built his career, navigated major life transitions, or overcame significant challenges. This reflects a desire to learn from someone who has been there and done that. Value system exploration. Questions about his beliefs, principles, and worldview are common. She's trying to understand not just what he thinks, but how he developed these perspectives through experience. Wisdom-seeking conversations. Rather than seeking validation or agreement, she often approaches conversations as learning opportunities, treating him as a mentor figure even within a romantic context. 2. Respect-based admiration. The way younger women express admiration toward older men they're attracted to differs significantly from how they might compliment peers. Achievement recognition. She tends to acknowledge and praise his professional accomplishments, financial stability, or life achievements in ways that show genuine respect rather than flattery. Maturity appreciation. Comments about his emotional stability, communication skills, or ability to handle stress calmly are frequent. She values these qualities because they contrast with what she may have experienced with younger partners. Experience validation. She often expresses appreciation for his "been through it" perspective, valuing his ability to provide context and wisdom on various life situations. Character-based compliments. Rather than focusing solely on physical attributes, her compliments tend to center on character traits like reliability, thoughtfulness, or emotional intelligence. 3. Testing and boundary exploration. Younger women often engage in subtle testing behaviors that reveal their interest while also assessing compatibility. Intellectual sparring. She may playfully challenge his opinions or engage in friendly debates, not to be confrontational, but to see how he handles disagreement and whether he respects her viewpoints. Spontaneity tests. Suggesting unexpected activities or last-minute plans can be a way of testing his flexibility and willingness to step outside his comfort zone. Generational bridge building. She might introduce him to aspects of her generation's culture, interests, or technology, observing how he responds to unfamiliar territory. Value alignment checks. Through various scenarios and hypothetical questions, she explores whether their core values align despite their different life stages. 4. Mentorship seeking with romantic undertones. This unique blend distinguishes age gap relationships from both peer relationships and traditional mentor relationships. Career guidance requests. She may seek his advice on professional decisions, networking strategies, or industry insights, valuing his experience while maintaining romantic interest. Life decision discussions. Major life choices become topics for consultation, as she values having a partner who can provide perspective based on having faced similar decisions. Future planning conversations. Discussions about goals, aspirations, and future plans often involve seeking his input based on his life experience. Personal growth partnership. She may express interest in growing personally through the relationship, seeing him as someone who can help her develop emotional maturity and life skills. 5. Confidence-vulnerability balance. One of the most interesting aspects of these relationships is how younger women navigate being both independent and open to guidance. Assertive independence. She maintains her own identity, career goals, and social connections while being in the relationship, showing that she's not seeking someone to complete her. Selective vulnerability. She chooses when and how to be vulnerable, often feeling safer sharing insecurities or fears with someone she perceives as more emotionally mature. Growth-oriented openness. Her willingness to learn and grow is selective. She's open to guidance in areas where she recognizes his greater experience while maintaining autonomy in her areas of strength. Emotional safety seeking. She may feel more comfortable expressing her authentic self because she perceives older men as less judgmental and more accepting. 6. Nonverbal communication patterns. Physical and nonverbal cues in these relationships often carry specific meanings. Attentive body language. Sustained eye contact, leaning in during conversations, and focused listening behaviors demonstrate genuine interest in what he has to say. Respectful physical interaction. Physical touch tends to be more measured and meaningful, less casual than with peers but carrying more emotional weight. Professional admiration displays. In social settings, she may demonstrate pride in his accomplishments or defer to his expertise in his areas of knowledge. Comfort-based positioning. Her physical comfort level often reflects her emotional comfort with his maturity and stability. The psychological foundations. Security and stability attraction. Many younger women are drawn to the emotional and financial stability that often comes with age and experience. This isn't about dependence, it's about partnership with someone who has already established themselves. Emotional maturity appeal. The attraction to emotional maturity reflects a desire for a partner who can handle conflict constructively, communicate effectively, and provide emotional support without drama. Growth and learning motivation. These relationships often fulfill a desire for personal development, offering opportunities to learn from someone with more life experience. Respect for achievement. The admiration for what an older man has accomplished reflects an appreciation for dedication, perseverance, and success over time. Navigating the dynamics. Mutual respect as foundation. Successful age gap relationships are built on mutual respect, where both partners value what the other brings to the relationship. Avoiding power imbalances. Healthy dynamics require that both partners maintain their independence and agency, avoiding situations where age becomes a tool for control. Bridging generational differences. Success often depends on both partners' willingness to understand and appreciate each other's generational perspectives and experiences. Communication and understanding. These relationships require extra attention to communication, ensuring that both partners feel heard and valued despite their different life stages. Common misconceptions. It's important to address that not all age gap relationships fit stereotypical patterns. Many are based on genuine connection, shared values, and mutual respect rather than financial motivations or psychological issues. The behaviors described here represent patterns observed in healthy, consensual relationships between adults, not exploitative or manipulative situations. Conclusion. Age gap relationships involve complex dynamics that go far beyond simple attraction. They often represent a meeting of different life stages, where experience meets energy, and stability meets growth potential. Understanding these patterns can help us appreciate the genuine connections that can form across generational lines. The behaviors exhibited by younger women in these relationships, from intellectual curiosity to respectful admiration, often reflect mature approaches to partnership that value emotional intelligence, life experience, and personal growth. When these relationships work well, they create unique partnerships where both individuals contribute something valuable and irreplaceable. Remember, every relationship is unique, and these patterns are observations rather than rules. The most important factor in any relationship, regardless of age, is mutual respect, genuine connection, and healthy communication between consenting adults.